One of the best places you can look during the winter months is under bark if you're looking for an invertebrate fix, and occasionally something comes along that makes you gasp. Something colourful, something bright red, something with a number of black spots on it. No, this isn't a ladybird. In here, slowly walking around because I've disturbed it by accident, but I'm pleased that I did, because this represents a good record. I say it's brightly coloured, but it isn't a ladybird. This is Endomychus coccinea, a beautiful beetle that I rarely come across, to be honest, and it's a good few years since I saw this. I've only seen it 3 or 4 times probably, and on one occasion found a number of larvae. And the key to finding Endomychus coccinea is fungi, not as in mushrooms and toadstools, but soft fungi, soft sort of bracket fungi growing on the bases of trees. But this one was tucked on this piece of bark which was attached to this old beech stump. Endomychus coccineus has quite a restricted distribution in Nottinghamshire. It's mostly confined to the Sherwood Forest area and the Mansfield area, but there are several records from around Attenborough Nature Reserve. But away from Sherwood Forest, it's not an easy species to find, and say I haven't seen it for a number of years now. So the location of this sighting, unusual as it may be, is a very welcome record. It's not large, so don't expect much close-up video work here, but I will put in plenty of photographs because it's a stonker of a little thing. This is handheld, so excuse any shakiness, but look at that for a fabulous beetle. It belongs to the Endomychidae family, if I remember right, and it's an absolute beauty of a thing. Different shape to ladybirds, as you can see, but at first glance, and to those who aren't into their beetles, this may well appear to be perhaps an unusually spotted ladybird, but it isn't. It's a beautiful thing, this, and it's mild today, so although it appears a bit sluggish, these aren't beetles for racing away in the manner of a carabid or ground beetle, but they do like to seek shelter, as this one's doing. So that's Endomychus coccineus. The piece of bark that it was on is now back in place, and this one will go out of sight shortly. Oh, what a record! That's quite made my day. It's a lovely beetle to find. Always a surprise. Always a very nice surprise too, as we see the last of it and it goes and tucks itself away for another few months. Quite often I'll come and check under the loose bark on this old beech tree. It died over the course of a couple of years, starting in about 2020, and then I think early 2022 it finally came down. It wouldn't have put any leaves on because by then it was totally dead. It did lie flat here across some graves, but it's a good job that the council didn't take it all away. That's quite unusual because I thought they would do. Instead they used the tractor and they uprighted this section of the trunk. It's perfectly safe and provides some great deadwood habitat. I didn't expect it to turn up Endomycius coccinea, although looking at the amount of fungus around the base of this tree, it's probably not entirely surprising that it's turned up in our local cemetery.